Yeah, I had actually longer matches, but still, yeah, it was a five-setter, first five-setter in US Open this year. And, coming into that match, playing against Pablo, that he has really great performances in the Montreal, and he won his first Masters 1000, and knowing that he played 2 times semifinals here, it shows that he really likes the way it is, the conditions, the courts, and the way he's playing. So it was a tough battle, five-setter, and I think the level was really high. At one point, at the end of the third set, he really kind of gave up the last couple of games, but then he started to play again like crazy, and he increased the level, and everything was like kind of back to normal, and I really had to fight to get this win.
Very good, congratulations. Questions? Reem, you can start.
Rima
A little louder, please.
RimaBulliliorsport.com, congratulations. What does this win in particular mean to you? I know you've been to quarterfinals in the past in slams, but especially against someone who, like you said, is 2-time semifinalist here. Just what does it mean for you to be at this stage?
In US Open, I wanted to do well, and also I felt like I was playing good level overall lately, since the second part of clay season, and I was playing more consistent. I had better results, like reaching quarterfinals, semifinals, but I wanted to do one more step, to have bigger results, and we had time to rest and to practice in July during Wimbledon, and it kind of paying off, So even though in those 2 Masters I didn't do so well in terms of results, but still, I was believing that my game is there, and it's a question of winning matches and just keep doing what I have to do, and this is it shows to myself that everything is possible, and I'm right now in a good state of mind, and a good level of tennis, so I'm just really happy to reach first-time quarterfinals here in New York.
Hi, Karen. David Kane, tennis.com. Ludmila Samsonova mentioned that she spent the time during which she wasn't able to play Wimbledon to really revamp everything, doing a training block, hiring a mental coach. What sort of changes did you do during that time? Did you do anything big and different like that?
Not really big and different, just what you mentioned. I had time to rest, so I had I think like 12 days off completely with my family, with my wife and my son, and we went for vacation time, and then we had basically almost 3 weeks hard training block like we do in off season, kind of mini preseason, and then I played one tournament in Hamburg 500, because also I didn't want to have a longer gap between the competition from the grass courts just before Wimbledon, and then I had almost straight to Washington for the American swing.
Willie.
Willie Weinbaum from ESPN. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Next, we don't know for sure who your next opponent will be, but there are 2 possibilities, and I'd like to ask you about them separately. First, let's take Nick. You've, of course, played a couple of times. What are your thoughts on what will be the key if you face Nick?
I mean, Nick said by himself that he doesn't recognize himself, in a way, how professional he is right now. And, I think the Wimbledon showed him, if he does the things like he does now, which kind of level he has and what he's capable of. So obviously everybody knows that, the way he's serving. And I think the key would be the same for me, to focus on my serve, to keep my serve. And then, in the rallies we have more or less the same equal chances. And then, it will be always a question of how the point starts, with the serve and return.
And then if you were to face Daniil, what are your thoughts on your history with him and the challenge, the way he's playing now as the top player in the world?
Yeah, I mean, Daniil, the same, he won here last year, first slam, and, now he's coming as a defending champion, so he reached the #1 in the world. I mean, that's a kind of big statement. So, we played last time, I think 2019, when I was 8 and he was 9 in Montreal semifinals, and that match was not that good, I would say, from my side, but, he started to, this was his time to rise up, and that's when he kind of started to improve more and more, in 2019 second part. And, I would say he is completely different type of player, than Nick and than myself as well. So it would be again the question of always serve return, because he stays really far back. So I have to mix up my game. I can stay in the rallies because I don't have, let's say, problems to stay in the long rallies, but you have to mix the game and to come to the net more. You have to maybe attack his second serve return, his second serve. I need to attack more. You have to vary the game a lot and really, really focus on every point, because, if a little bit you disconnect, he really can grab you in, and it will be tough to find a way.
Okay. If you can just turn your attention to the video board. Jonathan, you are live.
Great, thanks. Congrats on the win.
Thank you.
How did you kind of navigate that tricky part, the end of the third set? He looked, he was minutes away from retiring almost, and then he kind of came back to life in the fourth. How did you navigate that?
Yeah, that's never easy. Because actually I was in a good run. I was feeling, more and more confident the way I was, turning around the match from the beginning of second set. And, then all of a sudden, you don't know if you continue to play the same way. And then he kind of started to serve back to normal, return, playing more aggressive again. And I think he started to step in more and more and feeling better and better. So, it's not easy to find the balance between keep doing what you have to do and what I was doing, and then to realize if he changed the game a little bit, or that's not easy to accept as well, But at the end of the day, it was just one break, and I think I didn't or maybe I had the break points, I don't remember, in the fourth set, and then I just said to myself, okay, we have the fifth one. That's why it's best of five, so you have to try to find a way and just continue. And I think the fifth set was really, really on a high level.
Okay. Thank you, Jonathan. David, one last question, please.
Yeah, just a question about the energy in New York, just what you've made of it over the years in your time here, and if you like it more, if you're managing it better this year, just given that this is your best result.
I don't think that I managed this year better. I always mention that I like New York City, and I like the energy, the crowd, the way they entertain. I had good memories from the years before, playing on Arthur Ashe Stadium as well. So it's not like something new, but always great when you go through and you have your best performance. So that's obviously counts as the best right now.
Reem, go ahead.
And do you know what show your wife wants to go to? Which one she wants you to take her?
Well, right now, no. I think she wanted to go to The Music Man with Hugh Jackman. Basically, she went before. So now, I don't know which one. We didn't have a schedule.